And we are live. Good morning. I'm gonna try to use like an inside voice instead of yelling because Jackson's still asleep on the other side of, well, basically right across the way here. But good morning. It's Wednesday at 8 a.m. my time, which normally I'm still sleeping. How's everybody doing? Let's see, who's here this morning? We got Brian, Lisa, Nappin, Kyle. Okay, I've been saying Kyle is a H. Is it Kyle is a H or Kyle-Lisa? I have to ask that because I thought it was Kyle's the H, and then Steve said Kyle-Lisa. And now I'm like, maybe I've been calling you the wrong name. Yes, I've got, Fetus had a contest a while back on Twitter, and I was one of the winners, which is awesome. So the shirt showed up, and we're installing this printer kit. Ironically, comes with a Fetus Dragon High Flow, so I felt how appropriate. Kyle is H. I thought so. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. I try to say everyone's name as correct as I possibly can. Yeah, actually, the prizes were pretty cool. It was a T-shirt. It was the Apis Extruder. It was a Dragon High Flow Voron edition, and then 2 Fetus filaments. But honestly, the thing I was most excited about was this T-shirt. This T-shirt's super cool. So I guess to bring everybody up to speed, 2 weeks ago when I said, we streamed 2 weeks ago last, and I said that Erin wasn't feeling good. Well, it turned out that she caught COVID for the first time, and it kicked her butt. So it was a couple days of me taking care of Jackson and trying to sort of keep our distance as much as possible. And I thought that I was over the hump, and then last Tuesday, a week later, it hit me hard. And so I originally wanted to try to stream on Wednesday, but Tuesday night was so rough that I just couldn't do it. And so today, Erin's parents are flying in like 4 hours, and so that's why we're streaming super early. And then tomorrow, I'm leaving really early for Lightburn, or LBX, which is Lightburn's trade show in Illinois. So I'm flying, I fly out at like 6:30 in the morning, and I'll be gone for 4 or 5 days. So it's gonna be a crazy week here. But I'm excited to stream today. The goal is to get the StealthBurner completely assembled and put onto the Trident, which I have back here. So let's see if we can accomplish that. Hey, morning, Jose. We will still be doing the giveaway. So in an hour and a half, we'll open up the Polymaker giveaway like we normally do. And I think that's all that I've got. How's everybody doing? All right, let's go side view here. Hey, good morning, Booty. Sorry to hear that COVID is hard on the family. It's so hard to feel like crap and stuff to take care of. Yeah, it was interesting. I don't know how my wife, generally speaking, or Erin, doesn't have a good immune system. And I caught it last year at Murph for the first time, and I thought for certain she was going to get it as well, but she didn't. And then she had a friend that came out from North Carolina to visit like 2.5 weeks ago that we think brought it. She thought she had allergies. We're convinced it wasn't allergies. So and it was the first time. It was interesting too because with Jackson, right? Like that was one of our big concerns. Was with Jack, and so checking his temperature every 30 minutes to an hour, like it was a trip. So I'm glad that it's definitely I'm glad it's behind us. So I'm so stoked to see the StealthBurner mounted. Yes, me too. So a couple things. I did a few things prior to this stream. One, I reprinted all of the black parts. They were really over extruded in this SIBOOR kit. If you notice that the top surface has pretty obvious lines, it's primarily because I printed this on the VZBot, which has a 0.6mm nozzle. So the lines are just wider. Hopefully it doesn't cause any issues. We talked about it last week on stream, and I spent some time dialing in flow, so I think we're going to be okay. The parts are super, super strong. But yeah, I ended up reprinting out all of the pieces in the black parts, like the main parts, and I kept because I don't have this filament that the accent pieces were done in, I kept those, but yeah, I did reprint out all of these black pieces. And I did go ahead and install the brass inserts already, just to sort of speed things up, because everybody knows that I get distracted. And we've also built like 2 StealthBurners on stream before, so I figured anyone that actually wants to go step by step through a previous one that we put together, they can do that. But for everyone else, let's let's try to make some progress. Wow, so early. Yes, I feel the exact same way. I've had a little bit of coffee, but I also feel that it is very, very early. I think 0.6 should be okay for that, especially with Arachne if you used it. If not, no biggie. Yeah, I think it was all sliced in Orca, and I'm pretty sure Arachne's default. Let me see if I pull up the profile for this. Yeah, I wasn't sure if 0.6 was going to be okay, but quite a few people are saying it was fine. I think even Steve was hanging out when I asked about it last week, and he said, yeah, no, it should be okay for those parts. Let's see. Yeah, so generic ABS. So I am running flow ratio 0.925. I had to really scale back on the flow. I also I think I did PA tuning. Yeah, I did. So I did PA tuning. And we are, let me see if it's got it turned on. Oops. Yeah, wall generator Arachne. So for at least the wall, I don't know if we can actually see that, but it does have Arachne enabled by default. Is it 7 or 8 my time? It's 8 o'clock my time. I'm on, when I was in California, it was Pacific Standard, and my brain still goes based off that, especially because I'm, like, if I'm trying to talk to my parents, I go off of that, but I'm on Mountain Time, so it's 8 a.m. here. Hey, Wojecki. Second cube just arrived. Nice. Did you get it brand new from the manufacturer, or did you buy it, like, secondhand from somebody? Hey, Chad. Hey, Troy. Okay, let's get to it then. StealthBurner. Okay. Goal is to kick some serious butt today, so let's get started. Yeah, I think that it's sort of making its rounds right now, and to be honest with you, as much as I'm not stoked that I got it, because I'm going on this work trip, and the last time I went on a trip for work, I got sick. I was kind of like happy to get it out of the way, if you will, because not again, like I guess I could have tried to avoid it, which would have been my goal, but I would rather get it now and get over it than catch it and bring it back from the trip. So this parts look good. Could do a Steve and file the mating service. Yeah, if it was every time, even when Steve saw the parts that came in this kit that were really over extruded, he's like, you could just file that down. I'm like, that's such a Steve thing to say. I might get a second tank V1 soon as, oh nice. Bought it directly from Ernest, also made him do a custom X gantry out of aluminum instead of carbon fiber, sick. Let's see, this is not 16 mil. I think that all the parts, ooh, one other thing, I don't think I showed this off because last week, again, we didn't stream, but Shammy sent over different toolhead boards. So this is the board that came with it, there we go. And both of these are 24 volts, and we need 5 volts for the tap that we're using. And I was going to initially try to cut a trace and jump a wire or go through here, and Shammy said, no, like we don't need to do that. So he sent over another toolhead board that we're gonna go with, and this one specifically has a 5 volt and a 24 volt connector, so that way we don't have to do any hacking up stuff. We are eventually gonna be swapping over to CAN on this when we go with the Zoll toolhead, but for now we are going to rock this. So thank you, Shammy. I'm surprised I was able to make a trip to Europe a month ago without getting sick. Yeah, what have I missed? I had to order pizza. But hacking, I agree. If it didn't show up, we would have totally done it. I forgot to turn off Slack for work. 1 second. Let me close out of Slack. It was weird. The power went out, so we've had haven't really had issues with power since moving in here. And yesterday, I think it was, I was preheating my 2.4 quite literally just for PLA. So 60 Celsius on the bed. And here we go. and the power, it killed the power. I don't really know why or how. It was super confusing. And it also sucked because Jackson had just gone to bed, and then he has like a nightlight thing that plays white noise, and all of a sudden he's screaming in a pitch black room, so everything reset in here. Who delivers pizza at 9 in the morning? It happens in Europe. Yeah, I was also pretty excited. I haven't updated the member badges yet, but I did create, I've been wanting to create some new emojis for members. So we have the squirrel, we have either fist bumping or punching printer. We have to do Polymaker because Polymaker's been supporting the stream for a long time. And then we've got a beautiful pepperoni and pineapple pizza there. So, okay, so I'm just going to probably plenty. Hey, the W, good morning. All right, so we got an M3 16 socket head that went in there. Looks good. I'm just hand tightening it. I'm scared to break any of these pieces, especially because I don't really even know what filament that is. I think it's eSun ABS Plus they use for the accent, but okay, so now we need to get the EMG idler. Hey, BBs, good morning. I vote it's Modbot punching printers. Yeah, that's what my thought was. That's what my thought was. It was that it was punching. I went around and around with how I wanted it. I played around with like with boxing gloves, but the boxing gloves at that size just didn't look right. It looked funny. So I was like, yeah, let's just go with the fist. Is something else on the same circuit, or did you punch the circuit breaker? Yeah, it's interesting. It's this room and Jackson's room and the bathroom right here that are on the same circuit. And in Jackson's room, the only things that are on is like a baby monitor and a white noise machine, which should have literally no power draw. And then in this room, it's this desktop and that desktop. But that was it. And then the Voron. Like normally when we're streaming, we've got, you know, both computers on, lights, studio lights on, cameras, and maybe a printer running, and it's never an issue. So I really don't know. Was an AC or hairdryer being used? No, nothing like that. Mention of pizza. I'm going to listen to the stream, make some pizza dough. We bake some pizza. Oh, nice. That sounds awesome. It's always pizza o'clock somewhere in the world. Okay, so I don't have gloves, unfortunately, but we're going to put a little bit of the super lube on this little post. Let's see, burp. I'm just going to teeny tiny bit. And then we are going to slide these on. It's weird to me that this kit came with like a brass, you can't really see it maybe, but there we go. A brass motor gear. I don't know. I mean, I don't think these are authentic Bondtech. I really don't. Hey Dutch, I am super early today. Yeah, we have family flying in at noon, and Aaron has work later. And normally I would stream even when family comes in. I've done it pretty much every time, but I leave for a work trip tomorrow, and today's the only day I'll have with my in-laws, and so I didn't want to stream for 3 or 4 hours of the evening that they'll be here. And Aaron works tonight too, so I figured it would be nice for us to be able to have a bite to eat or something. Okay, so let's get. Nope, that's the wrong one. I should also, I'll wipe my hands in a second. Okay, I'm gonna wipe my hands now that I've got that in there. Give me 1 second. Oh. Have you seen what I've been working on? No, I haven't, honestly, dude. Things have been so nuts here. Aaron caught COVID, then I caught COVID. I just am getting over it and I've been like panic trying to catch up on videos, and then I fly out for a trip in the morning for 5 days for work, and then we think that the house that we're in potentially has a buyer. There was a couple that came Friday for a showing and Sunday for a showing, so I think that I have a feeling we're going to hear in the next couple of days that the house is sold and that we have to be out on December 6th. So then we have to figure out where we're going to live until it's good. Yeah, I haven't done no, I'm behind on everything right now. It's been just like an absolute blur of a couple weeks here. Okay, so let's pop this in. Yeah, if anybody is in chat that's messaged me on any platform, I apologize. I am behind on everything, like email, Discord, Twitter DM, like I haven't had the chance. Hey, what's up, Luke? Good morning. Oops. Huh, this feels like a little bit longer than it should be, but maybe I just need to center it. There we go. Okay. That is in. It is spinning like it should be. Video cards can draw a lot of power. Yeah, this PC, it's funny you say that. I was actually looking at upgrading. I think this is it's a 2060 I have in this machine. And it works fine for the streams, but I was talking to my brother the other day and was like, maybe I do want to play some games every once in a while again, like once we move. So I was looking at graphics cards now that they're not marked up or, you know, scalped. And yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to get. I don't think Selling a House terminates it. It doesn't, no. So long story short, we have until December 6th. That's when our lease is up. We actually bought a house and it's not ready to be moved into yet. It's supposedly January is when it's going to happen. And so part of us getting the house was that I had talked to the homeowner here and they had said, once your lease is up, we'll let you guys go month to month until you figure out when you're moving in. So we were like, cool, great. We've got a place we can just go month to month once our lease is up. Well, then things happened with them and they decided, actually, we need to sell our house. Like financially, I guess they just need to recoup the money. And so they listed the house and it threw a wrench in everything. So yeah, we're probably going to put everything in storage for like 45 days and then just live out of an Airbnb. But we really don't exactly know. I'm kind of in the dark. So, but most areas have on. Yeah, no, as far as I'm aware, even like we're in Idaho, but as far as I'm aware, the lease, like we would have a new landlord for, you know, that whatever the house sells, but we would still be here until that December 6th date. I just thought that we had another couple months, which doesn't seem like that's probably gonna be the case anymore. Okay, next we need this one. Interesting. So this doesn't, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to use this. Hey, nice. Good morning. Hey, Shadel. So this is the included little tensioner, and it's got the actual like thumb screw and the spring, and then there's usually like a nylon washer of sorts, but I don't see it included here. I actually bought, because I've had issues with these before, like both the springs like being too long, too short, or the screws. I bought a while back, I was placing an order, I think from KB3D, and saw they had a bunch of, it's in the last, there you go. Saw they had a bunch of thumb screws, like Bondtech BMG ones. So I purchased quite a few. Because it's been a pain point on quite a few builds of mine. I think this is it, yeah. Thumb screw assembly. So we're gonna go with this instead. It's official Bondtech, and it already has the nylon washer in place, so I think we'll do that. Move to an IKEA. There is no IKEAs in this state. I don't. Are you on Twitter? Do you follow me on Twitter? I just complained. I said that's like my biggest gripe about the state is that we don't have an IKEA here. Starts happening really annoying. Yeah, it'll be okay. It'll all work out. Maybe new owner will let you live there for a month. It's possible. They seem really sweet. Like I really like, if they do end up buying it, I really like them. They're we've had 4 or 5 showings since this house has been for sale, and the first 2 were investors. The third was an older couple, and then this one is a younger couple. They seem super sweet. So it's possible. I definitely, my dad said the same thing when I was talking to him. He said you should see if they would be willing to let you guys stay there for, because our lease is up December 6th, right? And in my mind, I'm like, who wants to move in between Thanksgiving and Christmas time? Maybe they do, I don't know. Okay, let's go like this. Just stream for a Motel 6 for a month. Yeah, I was... yeah, super sketch. We have to, because Monkey is that part warped? That's weird. Can you guys see, I don't know if you can see that in the light. Let me see if it focuses. This, you can see that kind of, right? This little piece right here actually is slightly warped. See those corners? The corner is closest to this part. I mean, I don't know that it'll affect anything. It's real minimal and it's on the inside there, but that's interesting that that's the part. I wonder if it just didn't have enough cooling when they were printing it. Yeah, since Monkey's an aggressive dog, we have to stay in an Airbnb like sublet where he'll have his own little space. He will not, we cannot take him to a Motel 6, but I am planning on streaming and videos as usual. It's just it'll be a lot more screen recording in the videos, and for streams it'll be like print and chill / maybe we work on ERCF. I don't know, like we'll figure out something, and there won't be nearly as many camera angles, but I can't go a month and a half without streaming. That won't work. Vinny, I can't see that actually. Let me thank you for the donation. What did you say? Oh, Vinny, thank you for the 332. Did you have to reprint or replace anything from this kit so far? So I did reprint. Did I have to? That's debatable. I don't think, did I keep any of them actually? Yes, okay, so I kept one. I threw out most of them actually because I didn't want to mix them. So this is, let's see if I can focus this. So this is the extruder body, clockwork, like the main body. And I don't know how well it'll pick up in the light. Let me see if I go even closer. It's pretty over extruded. Like it's quite over extruded. Most of the parts in this kit looked good, but when I got to the StealthBurner, a lot of them were over extruded. And I could have either just tried or gone with a file and filed them down. But I did end up reprinting. So let me see if I can show this. This is with a 0.6 nozzle, so the lines are going to be more obvious, but it's not nearly as over extruded. It probably doesn't do it really good justice either, because this is glossy, so it shows the lines a lot more than their part. But yeah, I didn't feel super confident in the toolhead parts, especially the clockwork. I think if there's a piece of this printer build that tolerances are quite important, it's probably where you've got your extruder assembly. So yeah. Ugh. So yeah, with the 0.6, the lines are actually super smooth. Again, it's this black. It's super glossy, so it makes it look like it's not. But if I rub my finger, over this area, it's super smooth to the touch. I think it's just, again, the gloss with the 0.6 that makes it look like it. Okay, so let's continue. Okay. Check bearing fit. That'll be interesting as well. Curious to see whether we need to file this. I also think I bought some of these. So if this does require filing, we can swap, I suppose. Although again, I'd like to not. This bearing is on there pretty tough. I don't know if I even want to remove it. Yeah, I guess we should try to remove it. Do I have... So I can shove this in here. Man, this thing is on there. Yeah, print quality on the extruder pieces were not great. Okay, let's check this side first. Also, they gave us an extra bearing, it looks like. I just realized that we've got 2 bearings down here, yet there's one pre-installed on here. That's interesting. This can definitely use... This can use a slight sand, or slight, yeah, a slight sanding. It's not awful. It's not awful. It almost, did they sand? I don't think, I might end up going with an, how about some lube? I don't usually put any lube on these. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's a consistent diameter. The end of it feels wider, or no, thinner, and then it gets wider. And I don't know that they sanded it, so I might end up swapping that as well. That's been, this part was actually, you know what, it's funny. I wonder if that's from an old kit of theirs, because SIBOOR ended up sending out this instead. This was their new, so on the V0.2 I built from them, they also had issues. I don't know if you guys remember, they actually had an incorrect, that's right, they had an incorrect, I wonder if this is also an incorrect, they had issues with those. I forgot all about that, so it's coming back to me now. So this is a correct one. So this is authentic, genuine Bondtech, and this is what they sent. And if you look at, can you see the plastic nub sticking out? It's much bigger on the one that they sent. And also look at this side. It's way different. I think that this is old stock because they sent, with the V0.2 that I built from them, that was a big problem that I didn't realize. I was having extruder issues, and I realized that it was because their BMG gear sucked. And then they sent out this one instead. Yeah, I think that they replaced them with FISEC ones. And so, hold on, someone's calling. Let me make sure it's not. Nope, it's spam calling me at 9 in the morning. Did I just swap gears? No. I am gonna swap gears. So this is the one this kit came with. This is the one that they sent me as a replacement for the V0.2, like when we built that 6 months ago, because I told them, hey, there's issues with these, and they realized there was. So we're gonna go with this one instead. I'm hoping, I'll reach out to them and see if this is what's coming with the new ones as well. I'm wondering if this Trident is older. Daniel gets some I have coffee. What did I do? I totally don't have the blown out bearing of that size sitting under my desk. I look like you put the wrong gear in the bag. No. I had coffee, not a lot of it, but yeah, this fits way, okay, so like this is, bearing goes on. Look at that. That's way better. I mean, granted, you don't want it to be loose, but, and then if we stick this on the back side, we've got none of the posts is sticking out. So this is absolutely what we're gonna go with. I put my Modbot t-shirt on today. Nice. That's funny. I said nice. We can't get pizza at 9 in the morning, but we can get yeah. There's this like web development company out of India that calls me 4 times a day and has for months. And I've tried everything from like, please don't call me, take me off your list, to yelling at them, to like trolling, and I just can't. They're gonna call me for the rest of my life. And if I block the number, I try all the time to block the number, and then they just call me back from a different number. They're all spoofed anyway from like various parts of the world. And every time I answer and I hear the guy's voice, I'm like, like, dude, I just feel like it's a waste of his time. I'm not gonna buy your SEO services. I think I end up using this guy. Hey, Alien, morning. Look at when you get a chance, oh, you don't have your membership. I was gonna say, look at the cool custom emojis. Okay, cool, that one in. I do not approve of the new, put the phone in a big metal IKEA bowl and hit it with a wooden spoon. Always better just buy genuine Bondtech gears. Never had an issue when I do, and it just saves me a lot of troubles. Yeah, I agree. I'm feeling pretty good about these Palm FISEC ones. I know a handful of people that are running these and they've sworn by them. But yeah, I think that aside from like a quality gear, like potentially this one, I absolutely agree. It's worth just getting genuine. The SIBOOR V0.2 kit, one of the biggest issues I had with it was related to extrusion, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I disassembled the tool head, and I was just like looking at it, and I remember I pulled out another gear, and that's when I discovered, dude, this isn't even the right geometry. So part of it was like pushing into the printed part, and you know, all that time troubleshooting when I could have just gotten a genuine gear. So yeah, if I'll try to remember, but if anyone remembers to ping me, I'll reach out to SIBOOR and say, hey, what's going on with your guys' BMG gears? Because I was under the impression they had all been swapped out for these Palm ones. The word is FISEC. The OEM for Bondtech? Really? I didn't know that. Okay, so we've got one bearing in. Let's get this next bearing in. I don't know how the heck. Let's see, can I go with this? Nope, that's too big. Let's try smaller. Ugh. Nice. That went right in. That makes me feel good since I printed that. It's like one of the that bearing a couple of times on builds we've done has slightly been the bane of my existence, and that went in easily. Like, here's awesome. I'm trying to get the new. I have that. I could try that as well. The IGDA BMG. I ironically reverse. Yeah, here we go. Reverse integrated drive gear assembly. So this is, instead of having a set screw, it's just there. And the reason why I'm not putting it on this printer is because we're going to be switching to Zoll at some point, and so I'd rather, if maybe on maybe on the Voron 2.4 we'll end up installing this. But when I bought all of those replacement gears from KB3D, I saw they had this, so I ordered one as well. So for now, it just sits in a drawer. FISEC has the same gears for sale. Oh, cool. Okay. This is Steve. Yeah, Aaron's. Hi, Aaron. I used to answer the call from the telemarketer, and I'd go, "Hello, this is Steve," and then he knew. He was like, "Daniel?" I'm like, "No, it's Steve. I just said it's Steve." StealthBurner needs. Oh, does it? Okay. Which ones? So I got the wrong. Well, that's funny. What is the reverse one for then? Is that for a Sherpa? Gotta have different bearings for that, unfortunately. Also a different copper. Oh, mini StealthBurner. Okay, gotcha. New phone, who dis? Galileo 2. Yeah, I'm interested. I'm very interested in Galileo 2 as well. Okay, so we got small screw going into, it says thread locker, please. Oh, interesting. Okay. So once there's this, we're gonna install a tiny little M3 6mm screw into here, and it says to use a little bit of thread locker, so we'll do that. I was already gonna take the thread locker out for the other set screw. Hey, nice. Thank you for 17 months of membership. I know I need to work on getting new badges for like 16 months. That's not right. A year and a half and 2 years. It's definitely, I'm working on it. I'm just trying to figure out what I can do to make them distinct. When I was getting the new emojis put together, I was thinking about what I wanted to do, and I just couldn't decide yet. I don't know if I'm gonna do just different color or what, because there's only so much space I've got with the badge sizes. Okay, let's try. Okay, do we want to go adding a small bit of thread locker, amount medium strength, thread locker, applied to keep it coming. Does this go all the way in? It looks like it does go all the way in for now, at least. So let's just install. Anyone that doesn't know, and this might be common knowledge, but it sure wasn't for me 2 years ago, you absolutely do not want thread locker going onto your ABS parts. So if you're threading into plastic, if you're even not threading into plastic, there's plastic around it, and you get some thread locker on it, you want to wipe it up for ABS and ASA. My first, hey Maurice, thank you very much for 3 months. For you and Nice, we gotta give you guys some DJ air horn. The first V0.2 build, I had no idea. I had never experienced it. And I remember everyone just telling me, I did a ton of research prior on it, and I remember seeing a consistent theme, which was thread locker, thread locker, thread locker. So I said, okay, I'm thread locking everything. And I couldn't figure out why my X carriage kept cracking on me. Like over and over, the mini afterburner carriage kept cracking, basically the block that attaches to the rail. And I was losing my mind. Like, I mean, disassembling that thing was not fun, and I had to do it 3 times, and I finally switched it out to carbon fiber nylon, which ended up working, and after that is when I discovered it was because of the Loctite. It just completely erodes the ABS, makes it brittle, makes it crack, so yes, please. Those pieces seem to have a lot of waves on the sides, no input shaping. I'm pretty sure we had input shaping on these. I just checked a second ago. Oh, you mean the corner here? I don't know what's causing that. I'm not convinced. It's weird. It's only on diagonal pieces on the VZ. I have to play around with it more. But no, we definitely ran input shaping on it. If you look at any parts that aren't on a diagonal, it's something about the diagonal moves that have a bit of a texture pattern on them. It's not on any of the flat surfaces. I guess there's some ringing there. But yeah, no, I do have input shaping right on this. This is why I never use thread locker. Yes. Hey Gixer. So that we all will come when you just later. Okay, cool, we did that. Badges are like a battle pass for YouTube. Yeah, kind of. It's just for supporting the channel, you get a badge next to your name as part of it, and I did them up to a year, I think. But when I started off, I was like, man, a year is so far away, and here we are. So I need to do more. Does the texture match the infill used? There shouldn't be. I don't think there's any infill on this part here because of how thin the wall is. So I'm gonna go with no. I don't think so. But yeah, I need to play around with that a bit. It's odd. The walls look pretty clean on non-curved surface. It might be related to input shaping still. I can play around with it. I'll play around with it more. But yeah, I did hook up an accelerometer and I did tune input shaping, but maybe not enough. I gotta head to work. Have a great stream and day with the family. Hey, thank you so much, Arthur. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Okay, a note on gears, drive gear, portion of the gear. Okay, so next we're gonna grab this guy and we are going to remove this. Probably need a smaller driver. Let's see, we want teeth facing inwards, like this. Hey, Jeremy, thanks for becoming a member. We'll do a pizza, a little pizza. Wait, it's not working. No, we'll do cheer. There we go, you get cheer. Have my free Google Funny money. Thanks, Jeremy. All right, let's put a little bit of, oops, let's not lose this. Let's put a little bit of Loctite on this screw. These little set I do recommend putting Loctite if you're gonna do Loctite. The set screws, they are by far the ones that'll bite you. And so all I'm gonna do right now is tighten this down on the flat portion. But it's still, I'm not going to tighten it enough to where it can't slide back and forth, but I'm tightening it enough to where it can't slide off of it. And then we'll align it later on with some filament. Okay, so now we're going to pop this onto the smaller side. Modbot and mod. That's really funny that you said that. My dad sent me a photo outside of a mod pizza the other day and said something about like Modbot brand dealer or Modbot expansion or something like that outside of a mod pizzeria. I would love for Mod Pizza to sponsor the channel. I would love for pretty much any food to sponsor the channel. That's a food that I enjoy. Okay, back plate is on. Let me zoom out a little bit. I need to head out for lunch. Have a great stream, and hopefully I'm back before you stop the day. Hey, sounds great. If I don't catch you before, have a wonderful week, and hopefully I'll see you next week. And if not, I will see you in a little bit. Food talk starting early. Yeah, I did have a bowl of oatmeal prior to the stream because I was like, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. Did I win? No, I was like, that doesn't feel right. Drop you back there. Drop you back there. Okay. We need M325s. M325s. Probably these guys. I was right. Okay. So this is going. Let's see. It looks like top left. So right here. And the other one is going right here. Do you have any plans to try out the SIBOOR Ender 3 switchwire kit? I do. I absolutely do. I actually, if I wasn't moving soon and wasn't sure what's going on, I would already have one here. They've been, I've been in communications with them for months about an Ender 3, one of their Ender 3 to switchwire kits. So yeah, I absolutely will be doing one. They basically said that when I talked to them previously that they were doing some small tweaks to the kit, and so they'd rather wait until I was closer to completing the Trident to send it out, so that way they can make sure it was the current revision, especially because their builds take so long. Like by the time I was done with the V0.2, the V0.2 was completely different, and I imagine it won't be so different with this Trident kit. But yes, long story short, we will be doing an Enderwire. I'm a huge fan of the switchwire printer, and so Enderwire has been on my list of printer builds. Okay, that's probably too tight as is. It says don't over tighten, but Taco Tuesday, ooh, man, that would be dangerous. I don't know if I can Taco Bell on my. I like me some Taco Bell. Don't get me wrong. Check out the filament path lines. Let's see. That doesn't look super right. Yeah, that looks aligned. There's a pretty sizable gap. Something doesn't seem right. I'm looking at this. It's super hard to show with the lighting. But there's a pretty big gap, and I'm wondering if I just didn't seat this exactly correct. Like, I guess if I squeeze like that, like, let me see if I bring it closer. See this gap? There's a big gap right there. And if I squeeze this, I can close it. So I'm wondering if maybe it's just because we don't have all the screws in yet. There's definitely, there's a brass insert right there that should pull this together, so. Well, filament through it, the filament through it, something feels slightly off. I'm gonna take it apart one more time. I just want to make sure there's nothing that I didn't see. Taco Bell breakfast. I don't know if I've had Taco Bell breakfast. My go-to, I like the beefy 5-layer burritos. I miss the Frutista freezes. Those were incredible. I used to get those fairly often back in the day. And then the I think is it Gordita, whatever the okay, so this needs to slot into there, and this needs to slot into there. I think that maybe I just didn't have them slotted in correctly, or maybe I tightened it too tight. I don't know. It looks fine now, like that. Let me show you guys now. I don't see that gap anymore. So I don't know if maybe I just slightly over tighten it there for a second. It does say don't over tighten. Let's reinstall these. Tighten until the, whoa. Oh, it's don't over, yeah. So I think we'll get these in one more time, and I'll go a little bit lighter on them, and then I'll tighten it all up in the end once it's all said and done. Everything should be aligned now. Whatever the, it's like a hard shell taco wrapped in a soft shell, or maybe it's the opposite of that, with like cheesy stuff. I think is it a gordita? I don't know. You guys are making me hungry. Does the gear need to be moved inward? I think the gear should be fine for now. Actually, yeah, the gear should be fine for now. We've still got that gap a little bit though. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for now. Yeah, let's leave it for now until we've got everything else put together. Then I'll make sure that the gear's not rubbing on either side and that our filament path's lined up. I think I'm just normally not observing it at this point, and that once we have all of our screws in it, we'll sort of bring it all together. That's the goal. Part a tiny bit warped, seems like it's rocking on something. It shouldn't be warped at all. These parts were like super flat, printed on the VZBot. I don't think they're warped. I hear Jack. Yeah, we'll see. Cheesy gordita, yeah, that sounds right. Cheesy gordita crunch is what it is. Oh, that's funny. So it does say to align the filament path right now. Let's see, what filament do we want to use? Let's go with some of this Polymaker neon green. Hey, JP, Taco Bell breakfast. All right, you guys have me convinced. I will have to try Taco Bell breakfast then at some point here. What's the go-to? What's the recommendation if I'm gonna do it? There's only this single set screw, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so yeah, everything's aligned. I can see that. Let's go ahead and, nope, that's not the right driver. This also might not be the right driver. Let me see if I can get, this is one of those moments where I do wish that I had Fabrico drivers in here. Let me see if I can get this with my little Allen key. This is Clockwork 2. Yes, this is Clockwork 2. We're building just like the default StealthBurner setup. Actually, at least this one. One second. Yeah, this sucks. I'm gonna run out to the garage and see if I can find my Fabrico driver, because it doesn't have a ball on the end of it, and see if I can tighten this down just a hair bit more. I just wanna make sure it's nice and snug. Hey, Shimmy! What the hell are you shimming so early? I wasn't right. We have family, my in-laws fly in around noon, and I fly out for Lightburn's, the LBX Lightburn's convention in the morning early, and so I'm only gonna have a few hours with them tonight, and I was like, I don't wanna be streaming when they're here, so Breakfast crunch supreme. Ooh, I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, that sounds great. Okay, I'll be back. Let me go find those drivers. I need the 1.5. Hey, BBs. Oh, I must have missed. I definitely missed. XR, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, man. Cheers. I showed off the ToolHead board that you sent over. Also, if you just got a membership, check out the new emojis. I was pretty happy with them. Okay, so I'm just using this as, again, a flat or a non-ball head driver. I use the Bondus ball head drivers for pretty much everything, but this is a really small set screw, and I don't want to strip it. Yeah, that was better. It helped me get a little extra leverage on it. I think sausage is more predictable. Breakfast meat flavor may vary, but you know what to expect. Bacon. I like bacon. Yeah, if you're having bacon by itself, it needs to be like a specific way. But you have it mixed in with stuff, I don't mind it as much. A little wilder. I'm planning on building a Voron, and the only problem is I don't know if I should build a Trident or 2.4. I found both kits from SIBOOR. So I'm gonna make a video on the LDO 2.4 that I built some time ago, and I will say, oh, check for clearance. Yeah, we have plenty of clearance. I think that if I had to pick one, a 2.4 or a Trident, and I don't even have the Trident done, I think I'd go with a Trident. And the main reason is really simplicity. Having a rigid gantry versus a flying gantry and not having to worry about the 4 different ZE belt assemblies, I think I would rather do a Trident, but it depends, because I still think the 2.4 is absolutely awesome. If you have a reason why you don't want your bed to move at all, if you like, the flying gantry is very cool. When I first got into building the V0 like 2.5 years or whenever it was now, I remember seeing the 2.4 and thinking the flying gantry was the coolest thing ever, and I still think it's very, very cool. But yeah, really it comes down to, I think the Trident build is a more simplistic build over the 2.4. But yeah, I think you'll be happy. I think you'll be happy with either. You know, again, they're both very capable machines. Hey, Matrix. Okay, check for clearance. Is he going to sleep again? Okay, love you, Jack. Jack, he wakes up in the morning and then goes back to sleep. He wakes up every morning for like half an hour and he goes back to sleep. We put on Baby Einstein, and he jumps for like 30 minutes, and then he gets super tired and goes back to sleep. Okay, so now we are going to be installing this piece, and this is going like this. See, it says tensioning arm. So we are going to did I do that right? I think I did. There we go. Okay, I don't know if that was visible, but basically if we slid this guy in like that, so that way the gears are up against each other, and then we're gonna drop a screw in right there, which will act as our pivoting hinge. You don't have to explicit reason why you need to go with it. If you don't have an explicit reason why you need 2.4, go with the Trident. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Again, I'm not saying 2.4 is not an awesome machine, because I absolutely love mine. I think the flying gantry is wicked cool. I just think that if you don't feel that same way about the flying gantry, there's not really much benefit. I was planning on getting an Ender 3 switch wire soon from SIBOOR. Would you recommend waiting a bit for them to finalize the product? Oh, I don't know. It's been out now for what, 60-ish days, so I imagine there's probably already been some initial tweaks. And I will say that in my experience, if there is an issue or if there is a big change, SIBOOR will very likely just, if you reach out, send out a replacement or a new one of whatever it is that you need. So I don't know that I would explicitly hold off if you're ready to build one. Yeah, I think that I'm confident that it's in a good place. And again, that they'll take care of you. Everyone I know that had like one of the early V0.2s when I was building it that had any of the issues with like the gearing or whatever, they sent out new ones to everybody. My first build was a V0.1. Yeah, same as me. Does anyone have an idea for an Xbox One case mod? Haven't watched Dan's videos yet because it's not the direction I want to take. I'm looking for a more desktop thing, maybe a better cooling solution. I don't, but that's cool. I'd love it if you, when you do figure out what you're gonna do, I would love to see what you end up doing. Like, tag me in it. I love the 2.4. It's so much easier to work on the toolhead. They both have their plus and minuses. I have both, but my 2.4 is my favorite. Sorry, Steve. Yeah, I think it's I think some of it comes down to just personal preference, really. But I don't think you'll be sad with either of them. I'm in close contact with SIBOOR. They're developing. They are still developing. Okay. Well, if Matrix is saying that, then maybe it is worth holding off. I will whenever I get mine in, I will definitely give feedback on it for anyone that's interested. That might be a little bit too tight, but it's still. The tensioning arm must move freely. Tighten the bolt, locks it in place. Probably still fine. It's not like I can't move it. Yeah, it's probably okay. I'm behind in just looking to build a Mercury 1.1. Mercury 1.1's awesome, but I also really want to wait for the beefier frame that's easy to enclose when they release that. Okay, so we're good on that. Next we are doing, it says an accent piece. This is M325, so this is going in like this. So we are coming in like this. Then M325. Yeah, I like my switch wire a lot. I have 3 switch wires, and I will have 4 after their new LDO kit. Yeah, the new one looks. Hey, Steve's here. Steve says it looks fine. Hey, Steve. So somebody noticed, and I noticed it too, but somebody called it out, and that's that there is some definite chatter. 1 second, let me see if I can get this part in real quick. Can we lock this? There we go. I'll show you, Steve, if you didn't see it earlier. I noticed that on diagonal pieces, let's see, like, okay, here's a good example. Come on, light. There we go. Can you see that? Like, all of that sort of, I don't know, chatter or artifacts on the diagonal pieces, when I print them, they have been getting that. I don't see it like on, if it's just like a straight primarily X or Y axis, like it's fine. But when it goes diagonal, it has this like chatter / pattern. And I also noticed around like the hole here that there's like a little bit of ghosting. So I'm wondering if this might also be related to input shaping stuff, or if it's something completely different. But I'm curious. Okay, you're getting that too. Okay. Cool. I'm not cool, but like it makes me feel a little bit better because I don't think, I was like, I ran input shaping, and I remember when I showed you my graph that one of my axes looked pretty good, like really good, and the other one had like a secondary hump. But I was like, I don't think that's what's causing it. So okay, we should ask then. I wonder if it's related to the motors or drivers then, because if it's happening when well, I guess so. There's always going to be 2 motors moving on this printer for any direction you're going, but maybe when all 4 motors have to move together, that's what's causing it. I guess diagonal is running single motor. Would be interested to do a cube print. Well, this is a all-wheel drive printer, Scopic. So it's got two motors in the front, 2 motors in the back for the Core XY. So yeah, we should ask about that, Steve. I completely forgot to mention it to you and was like, oh, maybe, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, but yeah, if you're seeing it too, then that makes me, diagonals is only 1, or in this case 2. What printer was, this was done on the Trident. This is, I'm sorry, Trident. This was done on the VZBot. I thought you just said that your VZBot was doing the same. Hey, what's up, TT? Oh, I haven't seen that on the VZ. Oh, I haven't seen it. Son of a gun, Steve. Gotcha. So you were getting them on the diagonals then? Can you, if you get a chance, just for fun, can you print out this piece? It's super quick with our 0.6 nozzles. I'm just curious to see what it looks like. I just want to compare plastic and see what yours looks like, because I really don't know what's causing it. I mean, I'm seeing that exact same artifact just on a Trident. Okay. I got kind of excited that it was on your VZBot, thinking that we can figure it out together. But yeah, if you do print this on your VZ, let me know, because it's weird. I only see it on sorry, distracted. I only see it on diagonals. Yes, I spent more time tuning the VZ last night. I'm almost getting ready to print real parts on it. Nice. Yeah, I want to see some of your, I want to know what you did, and also what your parts are looking like. Okay, so. Hey, Panzer, I don't know if it's in a pot. It's being really weird with, it's being very weird with notifications or stuff this morning. Thank you very much for the 16 months. Let's go with a air horn for Panzer. I'm going to be reprinting out your 2.4 camera mount. I actually have the older pieces here from the previous version. So I still need to print out the new ones. Same artifact, so it might indicate it's not specific to anything unique to the VZ. I do have some. No, this is the VZ. This has got to be. Check this out. This is the cover. You see that? There's plenty on this one as well. This is a completely different part. For me, it's a diagonal thing. It's like on diagonals, it's causing it. When it's not at a straight angle, it's getting this. I mean, I guess someone mentioned that it could be input shaping stuff, but I don't know. It's super weird. I definitely would like to figure it out. Hey, Mega, what PA value did you end up with on your VZ? Mine was like 0.029, which is quite a bit lower than I typically see. 0.029 for, I don't think that's where mine's at. Mine is at, oh yeah, mine's at 0.0125. Mine's at 0.0125, so my pressure advance value is even lower than yours. Maybe that's what mine is. Maybe it's a PA thing. Belt tensioning? It could. I don't think that's input shaper. It'd fade away if it was. Yeah, that's a good point. And I also didn't really see it more. I didn't notice it anymore around like holes and stuff like that, where I think it'd be. Not input shaper. Be careful about the Extruder and Redbox. Oh, are you talking about Nero's? Nero's. I saw that his Redbox fell. Is that all still? Yeah, 0.6 nozzle. Yep. I'm printing with a 0.8 nozzle, and right now I'm pressure advance is 0.01. Okay, yeah, I'm with a 0.6 and mine's 0.0125. I might need to run another pressure advance tuning. I used what's the Ellis pattern, and it was a little bit tricky to see. One second, let me change this. I'll show you guys something. Let's go with our 8-bit. Yeah, so I went with, I probably need to redo PA. I'm curious if it is pressure advance related, but I used this, and it was a little bit difficult to see with the, the black filament made it kind of difficult to see exactly, and I thought that I had gotten it close, but maybe I need to adjust it. Hey Pedro, I'll print those parts soon and see how it goes. Okay. Does it happen on diagonal surfaces in both directions? I don't know. I need to do more experimenting. With the VZ, I've printed a fair bit of stuff on it, but not like pretty simple stuff. And so I only noticed it. I also didn't really notice it on non-black parts. Like it wasn't really obvious until printing it on this black ASA or this either ASA or ABS, and that's when I really noticed it. So I need to do more experimentation. I can potentially just create a cube model that has like chamfers on all 4 corners and see whether it's the exact same on all 4 corners, whether it's on certain diagonals. But yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to do that yet. Okay, let's see. I think black shows more defects. I agree. I 100%, because I printed out quite a few parts in Polymaker, the Galaxy Orange ABS. I didn't notice any of it, and I have those parts on my printer. It was with the black. This black also has a bit of gloss to it. Like I was showing, this is the black that originally they sent the printed parts in, and it's, well, that's not really a fair comparison, right? Because it's against the PEI, but this is the one that they had sent. This is Polymakers on the left, and I mean it's got way more reflective surface, and that reflective surface really shows the nozzle lines and all that stuff. I tried that, didn't show up in those prints, oddly enough. Wait, I tried that, didn't show up on those prints, oddly enough. Wait, what prints? Let's see. Turning the tension knob clockwise will increase tension. Yes. Softer, more flexible materials will deform. It's a feature. Limit the squishing to prevent gears. Yes. Okay, so for now we're not adjusting the thingamajig. I think I tightened this. I'm gonna loosen screws a little bit. I'm feeling the gear turning. I'll show you guys. The gear's got some resistance to it, more than I would like. So I'm gonna slightly back off on, maybe not that screw. Let's slightly back off on these screws. It's weird. That is more friction than I remember seeing previously. Could it be Arachne? Oh, you think that the pattern might be being caused by Arachne? That's possible. I will say that I've seen some weird stuff when I was test printing out the Voron test cube a while back. I noticed that there was some weird stuff going on with the logo, and it was caused by the Arachne wall generator. I made effectively an octagon chamfer the, oh nice. Yeah, I don't like how, doesn't feel good to me as far as the this. So it's the thing that's causing the friction is the gear mesh is adjusted by rotating the stepper motor. Gotcha, so that's what it is then. Okay. Thank God Steve's here. Need an adult. I've built a few of these, but not enough to recognize patterns in it. So, okay, let me retighten this then. I'll worry about it once I've got the motor in. Okay. Okay, NEMA, we're going to the NEMA 14. Direction-wise, how do we want... Let me see. Direction-wise, do we want this facing upwards or downwards? It's rough without the stepper in there. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, if it's rough without the stepper in there, I'm not sure what's going on. Oh. Yeah, it's rough without the stepper. Could it not be the anti-squish thingamajig? I have it fully tightened right now. You can loosen the mesh of the secondary drive by adjusting the screw inside. Yeah, the anti-squish, right? I think that's what it is. I think I just need to back it off like a hair. Yeah, that's, oh, butter. So I just had to back off the anti-squish thingamajig. It's funny because in the past, I remember us seating it all the way, and I don't remember having to really adjust it, but it's so smooth now. So that's all it was. I never saw Clockwork Extruder directly with that release mechanism. Forgive me, I'm still mid-cup of coffee. There's a hole in the guy there. Oh, you can go straight through there. Instead of taking it apart like I was doing, you can just go like this. Yeah, this is the anti-squish. Okay, sick. I don't remember offhand right now, direction that we want the wires coming out of this. Do we want them coming out towards the top, or do we want them coming out towards the bottom? I want to say it's, if the board is going to be here, is it top? No, it's top. I think it's top that we want it out of, because it's going to be, this board is going to be mounted like, that's not right. I think it goes in like this. So top, I think top's right. So this is going to be plugging in roughly right here. So we'll have the wires coming out in that direction. Filament will keep that from being an issue. The anti-squish doesn't fit my hex driver. Well, that means you got a big hex driver. Okay, so M330 socket head's what we need next, which is probably this guy. No? I don't think there is an M330 in this batch. Unless there's just an odd, let's see, M3. Did they forget a piece of hardware? These are all the same size. These are smaller. These are way too long. Really? I'm sure I have a spare of these somewhere. These are definitely not gonna work. Last check. M320. well, that's fun. Let's check in my little Voron box here, and if not, I'll run out to the garage. It looks like they forgot to include M330 socket head. Yes! This little box of leftover Voron hardware has been a lifesaver for so many builds now. Okay, so this is going from the side through here. To here. So this is going into the motor. I think we want it loose. Jack is making some crazy sounds. So we want it loose enough to be able to pivot. And then, do we need probably another M330, huh? No, this one is just an M3x8 and a washer, yes. Did they provide us with a washer? How many parts did you need to take from your own parts, which didn't come with the kit? Not a lot. So, the M330 is the first piece of, the M330 bolt I just grabbed is the first piece of actual hardware I had to take. I did go with an official Bondtech gear over this one. If I had filed this and sanded this, this would maybe work. But I think this is the same wrong gear that they sent with the V0.2, which they replaced since then with like the FISEC palm gears. So I don't know if this is old stock or what the deal is, but this is not right. So I'm gonna reach out to them and ask what the deal is with this, because I know they swapped out all of these gears on the V0s. So I think that maybe it's again old stock. They don't use this. They don't use this one, right? They use the black FISEC gear instead. This stream is much better. I do like this time for stream, but I actually have to do stuff, get my breakfast, laundry, and all stuff I usually do before stream. Yeah, this is early for me. I don't think we're gonna be doing this. Is like, well, again, it'll depend a bit on Aaron's work schedule, but I don't think this will be a super regular thing. I just oh, they use red ones now. Okay, yeah. So this is old stock. That's what I figured. I'm confident that if I were to say, hey, FISEC, this is in my kit, what's up? Not as like coming from Modbot channel, but like as a customer, I think if I were to say, hey, I bought your kit, it came with this, that they would expedite the correct new one to me. They seem to do a really awesome job with customer support. So, but yeah, I don't like that gear. All their printers use red palm gears, a bit like the FISEC ones, both their own, but proper improvement. Nice, that's good. That's good to hear. They've done a lot of really positive things. So I think that they're probably the most. Oh man, this is gonna be kind of a pain, isn't it? I think that they are the most responsive company. LDO's insanely responsive too, but they're definitely up there for me in terms of responsiveness. It's kind of awkward. There we go. So this should still be loose, yeah. Okay, so motor's still loose, it can pivot back and forth. We're basically going to set the teeth of the motor and into the teeth of the palm gear we're gonna get rid of backlash, basically. So, did you start putting Jack in a daycare waiting list? In our city, drove to 20 different daycares and wanted to, holy crap. No. No, we haven't talked about anything like that at all. Plus the cost of daycare. Aaron's working part-time and it's mostly nights, like 5 to 10 p.m. our time. So what's primarily been happening is I wake up, I work my shift. Lightburn's fairly flexible, and so I start early, and then if I have to, I'll put in some hours later on. And then when she goes to work, I take over for some hours until he goes to bed, and then I try to work like a night shift until she gets home around 10:30, and then usually work till 11:30 and go to bed. So yeah, we haven't talked about daycare. I don't know that we even have a plan of doing daycare. So we'll see. That's good to know though, that it is such a long wait list. Okay, so we want to get the meshing correct. So if I remember correctly, we basically want the gear to be able to wiggle. Like, you want it to be able to wiggle where it's not even a visible wiggle, but you can kind of feel a little wiggle back and forth. You don't want it so tight that there's no play at all, but you don't want unnecessary. There's a video that explains it probably better than I can. But so right now, like, I have it all the way up against the gear. It's too much. I can't feel any back and forth at all. I'm just going to ever so slightly push away. That's too much now, I would say. You can see it wiggling. You almost like don't want to be able to see it wiggling. It's just a real fine. Let me try to go back again. It's also a little tricky because as you tighten stuff down, it can move around a little bit. That's a little bit more than I would like. Let's see if you guys can see it. You can kind of see it, a tiny bit of play. We're gonna go with that. I think that that's close enough to where I'm happy. Is there a reason to get CNC parts instead of 3D printed parts? I mean, they're gonna be super stiff. In some cases, they might be lighter. In some cases, they might be heavier. Also heat, like depending on if you're trying to, you don't have to worry about any sort of heat issues. CNC parts can be cool. They can be lightweight and stiff, but you don't get the same, like, you can't, like, if you want to customize something, how are you gonna, you know, like, they're sort of set in stone, really. I think daycare is great for the development of the child before going to school. Yeah, well, I think that, so I don't know that we'll do daycare, but I think that we'll likely do pre-K. So like before they go to kindergarten, before he goes to kindergarten, we'll likely do preschool. But yeah, I can see for social skills. So if I said daycare here is costing $45 after school, let's see, wouldn't be having. Daycare is $45 a day. Where I live, it's free and they're fed and bathed. That's, yeah, they don't have that here. That sounds nice. But yeah, I can see for social development, being around other kids. But he's not there yet. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Again, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but basically there's a tiny, tiny bit of wiggle. I can feel it more than I can see it. If CNC parts are done correctly, they should be lighter and more rigid. Just don't buy CNC. Yeah, I think that's the key thing. Like the Voron parts, well, pretty much all 3D printer parts that are printed, but like Voron parts are designed in a way that they're intended to be 3D printed. So if someone were to take this exact same thing and just CNC it, that wouldn't make it inherently better. But if someone took the idea and customized it to make it where they're really taking advantage of the stiffness of aluminum and removing unnecessary material or slightly tweaking things to make them better, I can see that. Yeah, so it depends. Like the VZ-Bot has a bunch of CNC parts from the Mellow kit and it's rad, but Mellow didn't just take Vez's parts and CNC them, they completely redesigned them for CNC. We didn't find out our daughter was a biter. Oh gosh, I'm sure that was a fun phone call. Yeah, your daughter is biting the other students? All right, so I think we're happy with this. Boop. All right, let's attach. I think it's the last. Is that the last piece? Attach this cable cover, our bat wing. Sick. All right, what time is it? I'm gonna get the giveaway. 1 second here. Let me get the giveaway going. Shorten copy. Okay, so there is a form in chat that I'm gonna pin right now. We're gonna be giving away a spool of Polymaker filament in half an hour, roughly. Additive Adam, good day. Hey, how's it going? Good morning. Where are we? Okay, M320s. That's not right. M320, oh, they have M320s over here. I just realized that the bisect gear came with these little metal washers I didn't use. Was I supposed to put these on? I've never used metal washers on it. Well, hopefully we'll be okay. Okay, this is right. We're gonna grab you. Let's go through here. And this is going over the motor. And then M38. Okay, gotta get to work. How long are you planning on going today? We have a pretty hard cutoff. So another hour and a half, which will be 11 here, because we have to get Aaron's or my in-laws from the airport at around 12:30, and so after this I'm gonna do a couple things, then basically take off. So if I don't see you before, have a great week, man. I will. I'm flying out early in the morning, so I'll probably send you some photos from the show. They are to whom the drive gear? They're to keep the drive gear away from the palm. Gotcha. Hopefully I left myself enough space. Hopefully I left myself enough space. I mean, again, like I said, we're going to be going with Zol eventually, so I think we'll be okay. Hey, Steve, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, man. Cheers. Let's get a little air horn action and some cheers for Steve. Thanks, man. Have a great Wednesday. Everyone say bye, Steve. Oh, also, dang it. I don't think Steve, if you're still here, check out the new. I made a couple new emojis. There's a squirrel. There's a fist one for punching. Okay, this is done. And then we have our bat wing, which is M316, which I think is this guy. Yes. So this one goes, we lift this up, and it goes through here. Come on, screw. Come on, buddy. There we go. That's right, this one threads into plastic. And then we want this guy like this. Maybe not, there we go. All the squirrels. Oh, Steve saw him. Nice. All right, bye, Steve. He came back. 7 a.m. so early. It's okay. This is. It was. Believe me, when the alarm woke up at 6:30 in the morning today, I was like, oh my god, what have I done? Okay. I feel like it's a little bit looser than I would like. I think it's because I didn't get it started. Hold on. Let me really quickly, let's try this one more time. Tighten this one more time. And then we'll move on to the next part. Oh, my poor hand. Does anyone else's wrists or hands ever hurt when they're building a printer? Freaking kills my hands sometimes. Okay, that should be good. It's just not... Normally when I install this, it goes perfectly flush. There we go. Okay, I got it. But I'm not here. You don't have to be here when the giveaway is announced. Yeah, you don't have to be present. It's nice if you're present so we can say congratulations, but yeah, you don't have to be here. Gave myself tennis elbow with my two more. Ugh. Yeah, I've since I'm on the computer so much, like if I'm not doing printer stuff on the computer, I'm editing, you know, video work. I'm on the computer for like probably 12 hours a day. It's crazy. But yeah, I get really bad pain in my wrist and up to here, like sometimes burning. Actually, this was recommended by my boss. These things are called mouse mitts, and I thought they were super silly, but they're a combination of like compression and they protect your wrist as well. I kid you not, these, like whenever I'm having a, like call it a flare-up on my wrist, and I put these on for like 1 day's work, I feel much better after. I don't think they were super cheap, like for what they are, but I mean, for health, to me, I would gladly pay it 3 times over, you know? Okay, so we should be good now. That's way better. Cool, so that's on. This is locked in. And we have a Clockwork 2. I've never heard of them. Yeah, they're called mouse mitts. And the website, if I remember, I mean, I bought them probably 2 years ago, but the website looks like it was someone's like high school HTML CSS project. It is very, very old school, but it's legit. I think my boss, he's a programmer, and he said that he's been using them for like, I think a decade. And so I said, okay, well, if you swear by them, and I can definitely vouch. They're the best thing I've found for wrist pain from typing. And I've got, again, there's times where I've had to take multiple days off of work because of how bad the pain is, and it really makes a big difference. You're too young to have arthritis, but not too young to have carpal tunnel. Yeah, I don't know. I do, I mean, so I've got like, this is the mouse I'm using for streams now. And then I use I think it's an MX Master 3 on my primary PC, which is much better. For a little bit, I was using gaming mouses before, and then I tried using the Magic Mouse. That is an awful mouse. I like Apple, and I use their products. The Magic Mouse is the worst thing. Like I I don't know what kind of person can use that and not have wrist pain. It's so bad. I use those when I airbrush miniatures to prevent cramping. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Yeah, MX Master is awesome. I swear it's a really good happy medium between being a little ergonomic and still great for gaming, and the battery life is incredible. I swear by the MX Master. Okay, let's go on to the next part, which is gonna be the Hotend. So, let's see. Okay, so we've got this missing corner, clockwork 1, clockwork 2. We should have printed the right parts, I think. We did the heat inserts already, or I did the heat inserts already. And so, okay, so let's get our Hotend prepared. And this kit is coming with the Dragon High Flow, which I think I'm definitely at least running the Dragon, but I think I'm running the Dragon High Flow in my original V0, and it's been a really solid Hotend. I think I will. No, we'll keep that nozzle in there for now. I was gonna swap it out for one of the Microsys ones that I have, but this is a plated copper, which, although isn't the best for abrasives, is really nice for PETG. It doesn't stick to it like it does a lot of other stuff. My son needs to leave for school at 7:50, so I'm always up for 6:30, even when I look at your stream. You're an animal. I can't do it anymore. I used to be able to go on like little sleep. What do you mean a 2mm thick piece of glass isn't a good mouse? Hold on, let me flip over. Yeah, it's awful. I still have it in my MacBook case because I bought it, but I tried it because I was like, cool, the gestures will be really nice for when I'm editing, and I tried it for a week and was like, I absolutely don't like this at all. Okay, so the thing I don't know is direction-wise, I want to say nozzle goes closest to the frame, if I'm not mistaken. Feels right. Let me see if I have this. I would imagine we want the symbol that says hot to be towards the front. That makes sense to me. So we're gonna assume it's going like this. We're gonna have our wires coming out this side. So let's try that. And this is just, I don't think this is, I mean, this could be the official Dragon heater cartridge, but it doesn't look like it to me. This is a 24 volt, 50 watt cartridge. It does fit really nicely. Okay, let's get our, I'm actually gonna give this a little extra ugga-dugga because I don't want this to come out. There we go. Heater cartridge to the front. Yeah, okay, yep. I was right then. I really want to switch to a Mac-based computer for my primary, but I can never use the mouse and keyboard. Yeah, so this streaming PC is a Windows PC that I built, but my daily computer is a MacBook Pro, either 15 or 16 inch with the M2 Pro running in clamshell mode. I love it. I switched over, well, because like most of my work, both for Lightburn and like YouTube stuff, it's all video editing, and I absolutely fell in love with Final Cut, which is their editing suite. It's just, it like clicks with my brain. It's simple enough to get the job done quick. I don't get distracted, yet it has the tools I need if I want to add some little effects and things like that. So I really like it. Was there no thermal paste? No thermal paste. I don't usually do thermal paste. I don't normally do thermal paste. You mean for the heat break? I'm gonna run it as Isfil. I know that I didn't put thermal paste on the no squirrels on the Mac. Yeah, I didn't. M2 equals 600 and same. Yeah, it's a monster. It's both. I love it because, again, I run in clamshell mode with a Thunderbolt dock, and so I plug it in, it gets a camera, all my mouse, keyboard, tool monitors, and then if I want to, I unplug one single cable and I can edit from anywhere. It is incredible. I mean, it's very expensive for you know, hardware, but again, it's what I do all day, every day. So, okay, thermistor. Yeah, it's the Apple silicone is blowing me away. Fadis normally includes it in their for the heater cartridge. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think that gosh, I can't even talk. One, the Hotend didn't come in like the regular Fadis packaging. It just came in this little bag, and the heater cartridge and thermistor were in a separate bag with Wagos, so they definitely separated stuff at the factory. Okay, so thermistor, I'm gonna hand tighten it, but I don't want to do too tight because these are the things you'll damage. I feel a little bit more confident with the cartridge ones than the little bulb type thermistors. I broke quite a few of those back in the day. Like, if you even got, like, if you accidentally grazed it and got some oils from your fingers onto it, it would jack it up. Only on heatsink. No need for paste. I will go with the unpopular opinion. I love my Magic Mouse, but my wrist couldn't use a traditional mouse long term, so I got one of the Anker vertical mouses. It's good, but I need to build a vertical Magic Mouse. So you're using this guy then, right? This, for the price, this has been a solid mouse. Again, I don't use it as my daily. I like the MX Master 3, but this is an awesome budget mouse that, again, is a bit nicer than, like, it feels more natural versus having your wrist kind of down like this, having it to the side, and yeah, it's nice. Okay, let's go ahead. Hotend wiring, Evo nozzle. I wish I had a job that required me on the computer all day and allowed me to work from home. Yeah, I am incredibly thankful. I worked for MatterHackers for like 3 years, and that was in office until 2020. Then we went remote. And then it was like a hybrid, but mostly remote. And then Lightburn, I started working for Lightburn in November of 2021. And that's full remote because the team is all over the world. And I've got all the laser stuff. I'm able to do all the video stuff from here. Hi everyone, almost forgot the earlier start. Hey Robert, where's your favorite color combo? Ugh, that's a tough one. I like a lot. Final Cut is a fantastic piece of software. The only problem with it is the fact that it needs Macs. I still cannot get over the last 5 years of the Intel MacBook. Yeah, it would be cool if they came out with a Windows version, but it just won't happen. Okay. Okay, so let's get our Hotend installed. At what point am I supposed to put screws in from the top? No, I guess that's where, okay. So we'll start with this guy. And we want wires going. I just looked at this and I'm already brain farting, come on. Okay, this side. Also, I need to take this off. I just realized that. I'm like, this is not supposed to be on here. So I need to grip this and take this off. And I get to, yeah, and I get to work with lasers. This is true. I do get to work with lasers. And soon CNC, because Lightburn has been working on CNC stuff. They've announced it a couple, I don't know. What is the easiest way to get this off? Wraps with paper. Oh, wrap with paper first. You know what? I've got cloth. I've got a microfiber here. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, part of the reason why I also liked going with Mac was because there wasn't gaming at the time. Because I was, holy crap! Hold on. There's no way. Why is this stuck on so hard? Am I going the wrong way? No. I don't remember this part being so damn hard. You have screws? Oh my god. There's screws. Awesome. Welcome to the morning shift. I don't remember there being screws before. I guess it's been years. It's been a long time since I've used this thing. Awesome. Nobody told me before I was prying at it. I don't remember there being screws. Again, it's been a long time. Now it comes right off. Oh, it's not even threaded, dude. Have they changed the design? Or maybe I'm thinking of the, I don't know. I don't remember. I thought it before I twisted it off. So you don't actually twist off the groove mount. It's quite literally just two screws. Oh my god. Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna snap this thing. Why is this not? There we go. All right, we are learning. Perfect. Something just flew off the table. Okay, where is our, there we go. I think that I want to install these two top screws before I do the rest. I almost screwed up. Yeah, I was going pretty hard at that, but I felt like something was wrong, so I didn't go past the point. Also, if anyone hasn't, giveaways open in chat. If you haven't seen it, it's pinned. We're going to be giving away a spool of Polymaker filament in, I can't see a clock anywhere, but it's some point soon. These are small screws. Oh shit, no. No. These are, I remember that the screws I use for these are like 2.5 millimeter, and I don't have, let's see if we can get this to tighten. Okay, we got one in. Whew. 2 top screw, finger tight, and assemble. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of planning on here. Is it the Dragonfly that has a groove mount that's threaded on? Is that what, because I think my muscle memory was telling me that I needed to thread off the top. Like I've used something, I think it's the Dragonfly that's like that, and that's what screwed me up. Okay, M316, let's set you down for a sec, buddy. The rug wants its tribute. Yeah, there has been plenty of times where if I don't watch it drop and bounce, I can't find the, can't find it. So that's not right. Maybe these guys. Yeah, these are going through the front here. 316. That's not lining up. It's too high up. Only 55 likes. Oh yeah, I haven't said once. If you have not hit the like button, please hit the like button. Let's see if we can get to, I don't know, let's try to get to 100. Let's also, I've got my wires poking through here. Let's try to, let's loosen this a little bit. There we go. Let's get to 1 million. Do you have a TV mounted to the ceiling to see the live chat? Not mounted to the ceiling. Does it look like I'm looking up that high? I'll show you guys. This is what I see right now. Actually, it's the same camera. So I've got stream on the right side so I can see what's happening and change scenes, and then chat's on the left side. And this is a 40-inch TV. It was like the cheapest one on Amazon because I got tired of straightening my neck to the far right to look at this tiny monitor to try to read chat. It was driving me crazy. And also, actually, it's really nice now. So when I'm recording YouTube videos, I hook my camera up to the TV as well, so I can make sure that I'm in focus and that the shot's framed correctly. Because there's been plenty of times over the years where I've recorded an entire like 30 or 40-minute talking segment and gotten to the camera and realized that I'm not in focus, I'm not in frame, you know, something's happened. So it's been awesome. Yeah, it was a very good, purchase. It was funny. One of the families that came and toured this house. For anyone that doesn't know, this house is a house that we're renting, but it's for sale, and they've had a couple showings. And so one of the families that toured it, it was like a younger couple and their parents, and the dad, the old dad of the couple, walked by me and said, "You got a fun job." And I said, "Yeah." He said, "I like all your toys," and I said, "Yeah." Every time the doorbell rings and another box shows up, my wife rolls her eyes at me, and he said, like they must have been married for like 20, 30 years, and he says, "Oh, I know that one." It was pretty funny. Okay, let's get our last two screws in. Oops. You need an Gato prompter to see chat. That could be cool. That could be cool, because I'm gonna be able to look directly at you guys. I have been debating, because I write scripts for all my videos. I have for at least 2 years now, because anyone that watches my streams knows that I squirrel out, and so just ranting doesn't work. Like, it's too all over the place. And then wait 1 second, why are we not? But I don't read my scripts word for word for the most part. It's like a... Okay, so I think part of the issue is this another 1.5 mil? Yeah. I need my Fabrico driver. I don't read the scripts word for word because I don't think it sounds very natural. But yeah, the only issue I have with the Elgato one is it has to be hooked up to a computer. And so having that cable tethered, I can see being kind of an issue. But yeah, I'm interested in the Elegoo prompter. I just need to see, once people are actually getting them that aren't just reviewers, and I get see some more feedback, I might end up getting one. We need a once per month Modbot unscripted stream. Squirrels everywhere. Well, the streams aren't scripted. This is live. This is very, you know. No one said it, but maybe you'll get more giveaway enters if you like the video. Yeah, trust me, I enjoy it because it lets me like really put my thoughts together, figure out like, you know, a way to, like, I like giving some context and having a conclusion, and there's just so many times in the written out videos where it's just all over the place. Yeah, I started off just completely ranting, and then it was bullet points, and then now I do everything. And I'm much happier with the quality of the videos now that I've able to sort of put that creative writing element into it. Even though it's educational, so there's only so much creative writing, really, but still. I did put a baby in my printer room to stop the toddler wandering and impressing clipper screen. Yeah, Jack's getting closer and closer to crawling every day. This is why his build speed during streams are so slow. Exactly. Every YouTube video would be like 40 minutes long if I did it my way. PTFE should stick out 11 millimeters above the... I don't know if they provided a... There's a jig, right? Like a cutting jig. Also, what time is it? How far are we? Okay, let's say 5 more minutes entering into the giveaway, and then we are going to be we're going to be drawing for a spool of filament polymaker. I did see the new Elegoo monster printer. I'm tempted to reach out and see if they'll send one for review. I wouldn't be able to accept it until we're moved into the house in a couple of months, but I don't know. I'm mixed feel like it's so big, but it's also super cool, and I feel like we could do a bunch of mods to it with clipper and bigger hot ends and whatnot. Oh yeah, they did. Yes. Oh wait, no, this isn't it. Okay, it doesn't look like they included. Okay, so they included that for the logo, but I don't see any sort of cutting jig, unfortunately. So we might just be marking it and hoping for the best, which we've done before, and it's not really been an issue. So let's just do that. We do need some PTFE, and for this PTFE, I can't remember. Is this supposed to be? This is not supposed to be like a reverse Bowden, right? Like this actually needs to be the like 1.9 millimeters. Oh, PTFE, yeah. Did they not include PTFE? Surely they included some PTFE somewhere. Interesting. I don't see PTFE. Capricorn, yeah. So like not super big. Let's see. I know I have little pieces of. So this is not the stuff we want. This is all reverse Bowden, wide diameter. Surely I have a piece of. I feel like they have to have sent PTFE with this thing. Cable chains, a little bit of filament, fans, Allen keys. No filament or no. I'm just shocked that I don't have some laying like shit. Laying on the ground or something. Oh, here's some from we've got this we can use. This is from Bamboo Labs, their A1 mini like replacement stuff. Let's check really quickly the bottom of this, and if we don't have it, we'll cut it off this, I guess. I'm surprised that they don't. I mean, it's possible I misplaced it, but don't see it. Okay, well, we'll just cut off a little bit from here then, from the, it's like the AMS leftovers or whatever. I'm gonna have to order some more. I just ordered a bunch of reverse Bowden stuff, but of course we need, that's not what we need. You have the red PTFE in the box? Wait, it was red? Where did you see red PT? Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude. That's why I wasn't seeing it. They sent a ton of it. It's red. I've never, it's usually an odd color. Yeah, thank you guys. I looked right at it and I think I thought it was wire. Okay, well that helps. So it does come with a ton of it. It's just in red, which is the last thing I was expecting. It's also very crooked. I wish I had Steve's little cutter thing, little cutting jig. So let's shove this in here. And then I'm just going to sort of rough cut. Let's just get scissors for a second here. And then we'll cut it way beyond what we'll need. Okay. Yeah, you guys saved the day. I would have found that eventually because I would have gone through the entire box, but I wouldn't have found it until like the end of this build, and I'd been like, oh, it did have it actually. Okay, socks on, and then again, we need 11 mil. So I am just going to, what am I gonna do? Let's mark it. Let's get my little metric ruler and a Sharpie. Ruler's here. As soon as I cut this, we will do the drawing. You see the pineapple pizza stem? I was quite pleased with myself. Well, it would be nice to have a third hand right about now. Let's see, 11. It's probably gonna take a couple tries. Where, oh where, there we go. Let's see, something I can put underneath this. Cut it on our fan. Hey Wolf Pup, did you print the right body version? I have the parts for the Evo, it doesn't look like that body is what you printed. Did you print the right body version? Yes? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, we just lost something. Ooh, I don't want to toot my own horn, but look at that, look at that. It's supposed to be 11 millimeters. That is right on the money. FFS, ECAS. Yeah, it should be good. I'm almost positive it's right. No PT100? No. No, it's just a standard little thermistor. NTC, yeah. I don't have, do I have? No. I know Steve likes to get like a V-bit and sort of add a little bit of a chamfer to the inside of this, which I do think is a good idea. I'm not going to in this case, but basically if you have a little V-bit so you can make it where it guides the filament directly into the center, it does help with feeding. You know what, maybe I will do that. Let's do the drawing and then I'll grab it. I know exactly where mine's at, so I'll grab it. And yeah. Okay, let me move the camera to here and let me close the giveaway. Let's see, remove, unpin. All right, 77 responses. Sweet, that means 78 responses. Somebody just got in. That means I shouldn't have to actually download it today, which is kind of nice. Let's see if this works. Yay, it worked. That was easy. Nice. All right. Versus just reverse mode in. Yeah, I think we're fine, Phil. We'll see shortly. But I'm almost positive that I mirrored the parts that they had sent, so hopefully that's right. Yeah, we'll see shortly. Hey Maker, Nexus. Okay, here we go. So before we do the giveaway, I'd like to say thank you to Polymaker for allowing us to do these giveaways. They've been supporting the channel now for, I mean, a year and a half plus, allowing us to give away a spool every single week. They are just an awesome company, they make great filament, and they support the community, and so definitely appreciative of them. I did, for any members, we do now have Polymaker emojis, which they did not ask for. I just was adding some emojis and felt they have absolutely earned their place. It earned their place as far as being an emoji. So for anyone that hasn't, because this is a early stream, I know we have some people that don't normally tune in. The winner will get an email from me within 24 hours. Because I have in-laws landing in 3 or 4 hours, my in-laws, and I'm flying out at 6:30 in the morning for a work trip tomorrow. Bear with me if for some reason I take a little bit longer. I apologize, but I will do my absolute best to get you that email as quick as I possibly can. So, all right, how many times should we shuffle? Let's do a range of, let's see, gosh, today, what are some numbers that, okay, let's do a range from 4 to 23. I was gonna say 4 to 69, but I already know the answer if we do that. So no, that's not Troy. All right, 5 does count. 5 and 6, 2 6s. 7.4. Really needs a spool, just got his first 3D printer. Oh, nice, congratulations. Ugh, I'm burping. 13. Okay, oh, nice to spamming 13. It's either 6 or 13. It's gonna be 6 or 13. Oh, 7's catching up. I think it's 6 or 13. We're gonna go with 13. We'll do 13. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, good luck everybody. In 3, 2, and here we go. Edwin, you are our winner. Congratulations. Edwin, you are our early morning stream winner. So I will send you an email again, hopefully within 24 hours. I try to do as quick as I possibly can, but as soon as I get done with here, I'm driving to the airport and I feel like I'll be more squirrel brained than normal. But congratulations, Edwin. There you are, yeah, congrats, man. Okay, let's get back into this. So we did that. Stick. Okay, we're on the final part. So we've got our hot end portion of it, right? We've got our clockwork portion of it right here, and now we are doing the faceplate, and then we can assemble. So, all right, faceplate. Remove supports. So let's do that as a starter. And the supports are top left, and bottom right. That's right. Okay, so supports are down here on the edge, down here on the edge, and right here. I remember last time I was sort of just like scared to cut them, and everyone was like, no, just take some flush cutters. So we're just gonna go for it this time. And hopefully not break anything. Yeah, that worked well. Yeah, that was a lot easier than last time. Last time I was like standing over it with my scalpel. Okay, so then we have our wiring, which is 3 LEDs, but they are pre-wired for this build, which is nice. I'm hoping I won't have to. The issue, I think it was with the LDO ones, was that I had to rewire them because they had way too much slack. Or way too much wire, which might be the issue with this as well. But I'm hoping that's not the case. Okay, so let's try this. The StealthBurner is my favorite. Yeah, it's a. Ow, that was weird. Ow. Almost feels like I have a splinter when I put pressure on. It hurts my finger. The StealthBurner is definitely not the smallest or the lightest tool head, but I do think it is up there as far as the prettiest tool heads. Wait, I'm goofing, huh? This needs to go like this. Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. So what I'm not certain of is if we're gonna have too much wire or not. Had to re-crimp the fan wires on the LDO 2.4 build we did. Do we have a tiny flathead? We do have a tiny flathead. There we go. This one's not sitting perfectly flush. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. I don't want to push it any further. It'll be fine. Diffuser will not be delivered with the kit. Length should be okay. Okay. Diffuser did come with the kit. Nice. It came with it. I checked that. I don't know if they... Again, I think this is an older kit, so I don't know if maybe it doesn't come with it anymore or what the deal is, but this one did come with it. The toolhead is nice, but the part cooling for PLA sucks. I changed mine out. Yeah, we're going with Zoll on this as well. It's easier to put the middle LED in first. No. Dang it, Phil. Yeah, we are going to be going with Zoll eventually. I just want to get this thing built, run some testing on it to make a video on the kit, and then we will definitely do that. These are actually interesting. So these are resin. Yeah, you can see. Well, one, they just don't look like FDM, but you can actually see the tiny little support legs that were cut off from the parts. That's interesting. I've never used resin for this piece. Okay, so this looks like we want it to go in like this. Wait, like this. Yep, that worked. Okay. Wait a minute. Isn't this supposed to be like a opaque color? So that way the light doesn't shine through all of this? Oh, you just print the diffusers out yourself. So I have a roll of, oh, where the heck is it? Oh, here it is. I keep a roll of translucent or natural PETG specifically for diffusers. So yeah, you just print them out. You can pretty much any natural color will work. I've got natural PLA, even that should be fine. Yeah, we'll go with what they sent us. I just don't think the Voron logo, like it probably won't, it'll look a little bit more like one thing of color versus being just defined as the Voron logo. But again, it's what they sent us, so it's what, oh, did I crack it? I cracked it. Awesome. Yeah, it cracked. That's awesome. Okay. Want to print it out really quick on the 2.4? I've got some Galaxy PLA in there. I think that was a sign. Quite literally got the 2.4 on the ground right here because of I was just using it. Okay. Jesus, what did I kick? Oh my god. This is a death trap. Yeah, we'll just print it out really quick. I would rather have it in black anyway. And I've got quite literally just black Galaxy. Or no, this is not. This is Bamboo's Sparkle Black, but regardless, I've got what we need already hooked up, so we'll just do a quick print. Boop. Okay, so while this is turning on, let's find the model. Let's go desktop. And let's go still. Oh my gosh, StealthBurner, GitHub. StealthBurner, diffuser. Wait, no, that's not right. LED carrier. Nope, that's also not right. Oh, I guess we technically do want both of these in opaque if we, yeah, so let's print out both of these. Let's print out you, downloads, and you, download, tool, Orca, bam, on 2.4, discard. Cool. Just leave everything. I feel like we want 100% solid infill. Even though there won't really, I mean, there's not going to be infill because they're up in the walls anyway, but just to make sure. And then, nope, we don't want a print test. I thought I deleted, I don't even see the print test on here. Let's do a new project, discard. Wrapping TV cost toddler is, oh wait, what have I missed on back? Not a lot. The diffuser, or like all the stuff for the LED in the center they sent us, is in a clear resin. So they didn't send us like the opaque housing for it. And it also cracked. Like I put the two in, I mean, resin's super brittle. So we're gonna quickly print these in black. 7-minute print. I mean, it'll take longer because it'll do the quad gantry leveling and all that good stuff, but I do have a pretty hard cutoff though of time is it? Of about 40 minutes. I can probably go for an hour, but that's about it because we got to get family from the airport. Oh. What are we at likewise? We have 78 likes and 79 viewers. That's pretty good. But if you haven't hit the like button, please do. Let's see if we can... My target is 100 likes for the stream. Uber? No, we're gonna get them. They had offered to do Uber, but we want to pick them up. They haven't seen baby Jack since he was born, so I want to see their face when they get to the car and see Jack. 81 likes on my end. Hopefully it doesn't kill the power. If it kills the power, I'm just gonna put hearts in chat from my phone and say see you guys next week. I just remembered that, yeah, yesterday preheating for PLA killed the freaking power. I don't understand. The Voron 2.4 is fierce. Let's see. I also am glad I am stopping this because I sliced it incorrectly. Let's stop this really quick. It was sliced for the, let's see, pause. I'm gonna emergency stop it actually and do a firmware restart. So it was actually sliced for IC3D's Polyhex, which I just did a video on. So the bed was heating up to 110 Celsius. Let's not do that. Let's slice it for PLA, which is what we're printing these guys in. And let's try that again. There we go. I was like, why is it climbing to 110? I was just kidding, thought I'd make you laugh. Well, they offered to do Uber, which is a very, very realistic option, but it would be nice to have a dedicated circuit for large printers. Yeah, well, in the house we're moving into in a couple months, I had them install at least a second dedicated circuit in the garage. It's just, I think, a 40 amp. I think it's a 40 amp. Because here, like, the garage is on one circuit here, and with all of the stuff I do for light burn, I've got, well, the garage is here, or the wintertime here gets cold compared to California, and so I have a heater on that draws, is it 400 watts or is it more? It might be more. It draws a lot of power, and then I have a dust extractor that also draws a lot of power, and I can't run both at the same time, so when I was playing around with CNC stuff, I either have dust everywhere or I'm freezing. Those are my options, so. Okay, we're at 60C, so it should be starting. Let's turn on lights too. I really like this 2.4. The only things I plan on changing right now are I want to add rainbow on a stick that XR sent over, or Shammy. I just took the 2 parts you need off my bed. I have them in black right here. Send them this way, please. Hey, Aaron. Well, we've still got 1 more hour left, man. If anyone hasn't seen, Aaron, he won a Trident from Earth that Steve and Alan Mandic really built, and he completely rebuilt it. Like, it's awesome looking with the Zoll, a beacon, I think some CNC parts, the reverse electronics bay. It looks wicked cool. I skipped class. The Trident, yeah, the Trident looks sick. It looks really freaking cool. But yeah, the only things I really want to do to this is rainbow on a stick. I'm going to be installing a camera in here in the corner. That's like a 4K from 3DO. They have a 4K side camera. This little this little guy is going to be mounted in the corner, so we'll have a camera. And then I am debating on going, well, CAN bus I would like to do, and then I'm debating on doing tap as well. I will say that Clicky has been working quite well with this printer, but I still am not a huge fan of the double setup where the nozzle homes and then it has Clicky. I tried using the Manta AP can and the board itself was just not having it. Oh, nice. So you're Octopus. Gotcha. So Octopus and Raspberry Pi, or Octopus and like Pi 4? This is PCB Clicky, yeah. Go all-wheel drive. I don't think I want to go all-wheel drive on this. I will say, because the Trident we're building right now is supposed to be like once we have it built and working. Once we have it built and working, we're gonna do some modding to it. Like again, CAN bus, Zoll. I wouldn't be against doing all-wheel drive and like CNC parts and stuff like that on it. That could be really fun. Yeah, I mean, I do think Clicky is solid. I just... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I got the new Manta MV 2.0 this morning, so I'm not close to building when you tried it, and I kind of want to go all-wheel drive. I don't know what the differences are with 2.0. Is there some standout, like what are the standout differences with the V2.0? I think I'm going Clicky for all ant printers and tap for all full-size ones. Yeah, if only. Trident's done. Ta-da! It's also black and red now. I think I'm gonna have to move the purge line actually. That's another thing I need to adjust on this is the purge. It's running variable meshing, but the purge line is too close when I have small prints. Ooh, built-in can, nice. Faster brain and beefier power for fans and stuff, that's cool. Oh, maybe not, purge line looks okay. I honestly don't even remember from 1.1 to 2.0 on it. Some people have different experience with things. It's like Intel AMD. Yeah, that's fair. I think a lot of 3D printing is like sort of personal preference and kind of situational, which is a big part of why I like 3D printing so much, is that it's not so as much as I do like my Bamboo printers, if that was the only printer out there, 3D printing would be very boring for me long term. Like, I mean, I would probably focus a bit more on CAD stuff for other projects, but like a big part of why I love 3D printing so much is that it's just this like hodgepodge of filaments and firmware stuff and builds. Like it's what keeps it, and not builds, right? Like, and off the shelf options. I like all of that a lot. M8 CAN bus is a poop show. Yeah, my Manta M8P did not have CAN built in. I have the 1.0 on my Mercury 1.1, so I had to use the U2C. Yeah, 1.0 had no CAN, I remember that. It's been a pretty good board though. I don't really have any complaints. I just bought a Kingroom KP3S Pro S1, nice. I don't know the specifics of the S1 variant, but like the KP3S in general is a solid little cantilever printer. it's definitely plenty of printer to learn on, do modding if you want to or not, and then decide, you know, whether you want to go further into the rabbit hole. I'm building my first Voron variant, a switch wire conversion, using an anycubic chiron, and all these options are confusing. Hopefully I will get something working out of this. Yeah, it's definitely, I can see 3D printing also being quite overwhelming with, I mean, that was a plus, I guess, of when I started 3D printing, is that there was none of this stuff. So the direction you were going was a little bit less of a pick your own adventure. Like, the boards were pretty much exclusively ramps and Arduino Megas, and then there became like dedicated like ramps Arduino combined boards into one, so you didn't have to have them stacked on each other. I can't even remember the first. I remember like the Tri-Gorilla from Anycubic pretty early on. I remember, what was the board that? The board that was in the TiVo Tarantula was a pretty common board as well. I want to say it was a maker base board. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Rails on all axes is sweet. I have the KP3S Pro, although it's like halfway through a pretty heavy mod. And it does not have rails on Z. I'm slowly going away from CAN bus myself. They don't like living in warm chambers. Yeah, well, did you see the new board that LDO showed on the new Switchwire kits? It's a toolhead board over USB that has everything, 24 volts. I've been wondering when that was going to happen, because that's what Bamboo uses. That's what Creality is using. No, Creality's not. Bamboo and Chitty-Tech, they're using toolhead boards over USB-C that distribute both power, 24 volts, and data. And none of the boards out there have been able to do that so far. But it looks like LDO has released in their kit a version of it for the StealthBurner, which I imagine will be available as a standalone option. And also, in response to that tweet on Twitter, Big Tree Tech stated that they've been working on a similar solution as well. So yeah, maybe it was a Gen L. Maybe it was an MKS Gen L. MKS sounds right in general. Let me see if I can find it really quick, actually, while we're here. This was the Tarantula 3D printer controller. This is the board I'm talking about. Something similar to this board was in a lot of printers. It had like colorful ports. It's definitely a maker-based board. This guy. I don't know if this review says it or shows it now. Do you have a recommendation for a toolhead board for the StealthBurner? I have not bought one yet, since there seems to be mixed reviews on them, and I also might go with what Steve did. It depends. If you're going with CAN bus, I haven't used the Big Tree Tech CAN bus board, but I've had good experiences with Big Tree Tech boards in general. If you're going with a breakout board, then our very own Shammy, his website's XR Bunker, he makes, or carries / makes these toolhead boards, the 2-piece toolhead boards. That's what we're going to be using for this until I decide whether, or I'm going CAN eventually, but until we go CAN bus. And the cool thing about his is that it has a 5-volt and 24-volt connector. And so that way, if you want to run tap, you can run tap like 5-volt or 24-volt. Do you still have the RepRap firmware board? I do. I just talked about it the other day, Sam. I was talking about you. I was like, I was supposed to mess around with this board, and it hasn't happened. But yeah, it's right. Where the heck is it? I don't know where it is right this second. It's in here somewhere. All right, we are done. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, I turned off autofocus. Boop. I haven't been pushing the 2.4 speed-wise. Like, it's been pretty, I'd say like middle range speed-wise, but it's been super consistent. Like, it's definitely become a bit of a workhorse printer for me, where I know that if I throw something at it, like it's gonna perform well. So I've been quite happy with this printer. Okay, let's get this out of here. Let's turn this off because I've only got so much time left. More system shutdown host. Okay, printer's turning off. Hopefully we don't get heat creep from turning it off before the hot end's cooled down, but oh well. Okay, we are off. We are unplugging. Yeah, I can't word right now. The Honey Badger sheet's awesome. I'm just sad that I had to get it out of destroying my the included one on the first print on this with the clicky, but yeah, I've been really happy with that Honey Badger PEI. Oh, my back. Yep. Oh. Okay. Do you guys want to see Baby Jack? Baby Jack's apparently awake from his first of the morning naps. Sam says yes. Lisa says yes. All right. Let me change camera 1 second.
He has risen from his slumber.
What's up, big guy? Come here, bud. He still got his PJs on.
Yeah.
Ugh. Look at this big kid, man. Look how big he is. Pretty cool, huh? We're building a 3D printer, or at least we're trying to. Huh? Pretty cool, right, bud? Yeah, 3D printing at its finest. What do you think? What do you think, bud? Huh? We only broke one part today so far. It was a small part too, so. Yeah, this kid's getting super big. And he's got 2 teeth now. He's got 2 bottom teeth. We know he was teething for a while. Like, he's been teething for months. Give him a hex key.
He was 3 months old.
Yeah, he's been teething for many, many months. And finally his 2 bottom teeth broke through. And they're adorable. All right, Papa's got to get back to building a printer, buddy. Well, he talks a lot, so he doesn't get a lot done on stream. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go, what time is it right now? Do you know, roughly?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go till probably like 11:20, and then that'll wrap up. Cool. Bye.
I want to like shower here.
You still can. I'll give you 40 minutes. You just wish us luck. Thank you. In a few months he'll be walking and getting, I know, I'm as much as I'm excited, back's been like, I'm so nervous because I'm going on the work trip in the morning, and my back, like it's real like funky right now. So I'm trying to stretch it a bunch of times during the day to not have it lock up like it has done. So, okay, let's see if we can kick some butt. Erin says she wants more time to shower and stuff before she has to leave. So, where were we? We were front faceplate of the StealthBurner. He's ready. Yeah, he's definitely ready for a V0. I was looking at the dueling dragon the other day. I think that's a good baby's first. It's the And he turns 15 like my daughter, like himself, and stream listing his iPhone 20. Yeah, I'm like, as much as I'm excited for like those milestones, I also am like, I just like, he's fun sized. He's super fun sized right now. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this backing. Let me get the new one so I can just quickly swap them out in the right orientation. Hello, there we go. Why are we not sliding in? What? This, come on, guy. There we go. Okay, that's correct. So now we've got this, and we've got, come on, where did I put the freaking piece? Yeah, there it is, okay. Okay, so let's try to get this installed. It only goes in one direction, right? Yeah, there's a little... Dude, the resin... the issue with the resin print is it's got those... It's got those prongs or whatever from the support. Like, for anyone that doesn't resin print, when you resin print, it uses almost what looks like tree supports, but not quite. And they don't come off perfectly. So like you always get left with a little like nub type thing. And I mean, you can see it like, no, maybe not. Oh, we have autofocus on. See those little, like, if I move it like that, you can kind of see them. And it's fine for, you know, if you're printing out miniatures or stuff that's not functional, but when you're trying to fit a part into a housing, you don't want those things. Yeah, this part, I mean, it doesn't need to be in resin. The good thing though is that resin does sand really, really easily. So this should only take us a second. All right, let's try that again. What in the world am I? Okay, yeah, we're in. They're like old school Rebel Airfix kit parts. Yeah, they're like the kit parts, huh? Where you break them off of the, break them off and they've still got tiny little pieces. It's almost exactly like that. Okay, so I think we're gonna be good on that. So we want that, this slides in. There's only one direction that this slides in to here. I don't know if I'm doing it. Yeah, this looks like it's probably the right direction. That doesn't, oh yeah. I can't believe it. We got it in the right way. Usually I always insert that in wrong. Let me see if we push it down a little bit. Or did I not? Did I do this wrong? Okay, why? I may have spoke too soon. The one corner is not going flush. Maybe I didn't do it right. Come on. There we go. Is there only one way it can go in? Right, there is. Only... I feel like it needs to go in like this. With enough force, it can go in a different direction. My goal is not to brute force it. Just want it to go in. I did not see the wizard meme. There we go. Okay. So I spoke too soon. I had not gotten it in the correct way. Okay, so that's in. Now I think we just push in the back piece. Yes. Okay, so back piece is going like this. And then going down. Maybe. Okay, we should be good. Hadouken! Yeah, Maybe from the front. Yeah, I think I had it in the wrong way. Okay, so let's route the wires up the side here. I've got my tiny flathead because my fingers are too big to push these down. Also don't want to damage the wires. There we go. Okay, so there's a little bit of extra space up here, like a little extra wire up here, but I'm pretty sure I can just push it up against the body here, and that's fine. And then this wire off the side here just routes up through this channel, and under this guy like that. Nice. Okay. Hadouken! All right. We got that. I do want to be respectful of Aaron's time. So yeah, we're still good. We're good. Support structure. The highlighted portions are built-in support. They are designed to break during fan installation. I do remember that. Okay, so I think for the fan wire on this guy, we want it to go. I can't remember if we want the wires to go. I think to the left. Yeah. Okay, rotate the fan so that the top air wires exit out the top. Yeah. Okay, so I'm actually going to remove the wires from this little fan case. If I can do without breaking it, there we go. And then carefully route this like that, and then route these through here as well. There we go. Nice. Yeah, it's a cool looking tool head. It's definitely got a very distinct look. Okay, now the fun one. So for this guy, I know we need to basically remove the top piece and then cut off these side little nubs. So let's just, I can never get this off clean. I always just end up snapping it. So let's just do that. Of course I say that and then it like comes off perfectly. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we need to cut these off and make it completely flush, which is always my favorite part. I think if I remember correctly, I just started off by cutting them like this, just using a set of flush cutters and going to town. And they fly all over your room. It would be cool. Does anybody know if somebody sells a fan like this that's pre-done? I feel like with how popular Voron is and how many StealthBurners there are, there's an opportunity there. What'd you say? You're gonna break stuff? Not even. Yeah, I thought it was last time. If you go to the 2.4 build, I know I definitely screwed up that part. Okay, we'll have to do a little bit more, at least filing on that one, but we've got a big part of it. I use a utility knife cutting downward on a cutting mat. Yeah, it's not a bad call. I think even like a sanding disc from like a small Dremel could really speed up the process. It's not, I mean, since it's only once per tool head, it's not that big of a deal, even going like this, but okay. Okay, I might bring out the file now for the last little bit here. You guys can't see what I'm doing. Get out the belt sander. Now it's time I just used a... I think I need a little bit more, a little beefier sander. Filer, that's not... We're gonna go with the big triangle. You can always complain to Steve. I got the Nipix flush cutters. Ooh, can you send me, can you send me a link to that, Ted, in live stream? I'd like to see what those look like. How perfectly flush do I need it? I can never remember if it's okay to have a little bit of a hump on the end. I feel like it doesn't have to be perfect. I got my 55 of these cheap cutters for that price. Oh, we need to cut off these little nubs too, right? I think, pretty sure. As long as it's fits, yeah, I think this is probably good enough. Let's see, fan preparation, yada yada. Okay, let's see if we can fit this guy in. Bam! We're in. Okay. So let's... Slight bump helps it tight, cool. I wonder if ones I use from Gunpla would be good for that. Okay, so now we need M36 flat heads, which I did see at some point in this. Here they are. Wait, these aren't flat heads. Something tells me I used one of the flat heads earlier when I wasn't supposed to. How big of a deal is this? Do I have any in my Voron thing? 36, some 36 flat heads. Oh, once again, comes in clutch. Swear this little screw organizer of Voron hardware is like the gift that keeps on giving. Okay. Okay, I don't think I want to go much more than that. That's it. Okay, so now we assemble. which I don't think we'll probably put it on the ToolHead next week, but I know that we need to install the ToolHead board, which I think goes like this, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I need different screws for this. Do you know what, Shammy, do you know what size screws I should be using? Yeah, I did get the PCB. They're $20, but worth it. Don't cut metal with them. You're right, I was supposed to do that. So I imagine it needs to be an M3.8 then instead of an M3.6. I need to learn French. Need to go learn French. Sounds good. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Nice. Next week, I have no idea what time the stream will be, but I get back in town on Monday, so I will have it scheduled sometime Tuesday. M3.8 button heads? Okay, well that works out perfectly then. Button head, M3.8s. M3.8, M3.8, M3.6s. M3.8 socket heads. This kit did not come with... I got M3.8 socket heads, which are potentially too big. Huh. The socket head should be... Oh no, it will be an issue because of the way this sits, huh? Let me really quick, I'm gonna run to the garage and grab some M3.8s. I think I know where they're at. Let me try to get, we'll be right back. Okay, I found them. They were, of course, in the last place I looked. Anyone have insight of where to want beacons are going to be back in stock? I think that when I talked to Matt, that he said the goal is November. So hopefully soon, but I don't have much more than that. I'm not supposed to use a spacer of sorts, am I? Because this is, I'm realizing right now, this is sitting at an angle. As I'm tightening this, it's starting to kink like one direction. Is there, I'm imagining it's probably from, so is it just supposed to be snug enough to keep it? I think that's the issue. I think that you can tighten this one down as much as you want probably, but this one, if you go too tight, it starts to turn it a little bit. Let's leave it like that. You should cut under where the PCB sits. Gotcha. I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah, let me look what's underneath where the PCB sits. I haven't cut it in the past, so I know it's not a requirement. Oh, you're thinking, you mean cut like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I see you saying cut the thing that holds the fan in place. I think now that I've got it installed that it's not gonna work, but I'll, heart K, yeah. I can see that trimming would help. We'll just leave the board tight, but not overly tight, so that way it doesn't start turning. That should be fine. Okay, so Hotend fan is down here, which needs to go, so we need 24 volt and signal. So let's cut, we'll give a little extra. And then this is the cooling fan, which we don't need very much. 24 inch signal, we'll cut right there. And then this guy, we'll cut you about the same. Bam, bam. I think I'm gonna have to finish the soldering later on. Because again, since we have family coming in, I wanna give Aaron, let's not pull too hard. I wanna give Aaron a little bit of time to get ready before the takeoff here. We essentially got a StealthBurner built. The only things left to do is mount it. So I think what I'll do is I'll get these trimmed. And then we'll end it, and I'll solder it on between now and next Wednesday. And so next Wednesday stream, we'll start with mounting the tool head onto the printer, since it'll be done, and we'll just need to mount it on the tap. And then we will move on to the next thing, which I don't know what's next. Is it wiring? I think we might be on electrical after this. Okay. I countersunk the hole to get better depth. Oh, yeah, I could see that being a good idea too. I think I'm lagged. Yeah, what time is it? We got a couple minutes. Let's get this heating up. I'm going to take, my ear swab things, or and a tiny bit of, hey, G-Funny! You cut just the ending, man. This is the ModBot breakfast show. And we've got, my in-laws are landing in like an hour and some change, and so I'm just putting a tiny bit of flux on these pads. It's probably not needed at all, but I've got it, so I might as well. And then I take off tomorrow for the Lightburn convention in Illinois, so it's like crazy, crazy busy right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and tin the pads. Maybe? Why are we not tinning? Weird. Why? 1 second. Let me try these ones over here. Tell them to update Lightburn for more P2 support. Yeah, the P2 has so much custom stuff. Believe me, I would love it. I have the P2 as well here, and I would love for some of the I don't know what's going on. These are not, solder is not taking even with flux. We're heated up to temp. There we go. That was weird. LEDs, we need all of them. Okay, now it's flowing. I don't know, that was odd. I almost wonder if the temperature that the pine cell was reading wasn't correct, because it was having a real tough time. Hey Gary, been here, new card. Better late than never. Yeah, we're gonna end the stream in probably a minute here because come on. There we go. I just wanted to re-tin those because I didn't really get a good, didn't get a lot of solder on them. Okay, I'm probably gonna just quickly tin the wires and then I'm just gonna call it, and I will actually solder them on when I get back because I don't want to start the day off with Aaron not happy. Because I did say I was gonna cut off hard at at 11, and it's 11:10 I think or so. I also need to get a better, or I need to get a carbon fume extractor. Big ground, yeah, exactly. It's just taking a lot longer than I was expecting. Especially considering I put a little bit of flux on, which usually helps it flow super quick. Okay, wires are tinned, pads are tinned. I'm gonna solder them on when I get back. I just don't want to, I don't want to rush it. So, on that note, that concludes our morning, our coffee with ModBot in the morning. I will be streaming, so I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll be gone through Monday. I come back Monday night, and we will be streaming on Wednesday. We'll continue on with this, which will be mounting the StealthBurner onto tap, and then I think just starting to mount electronics. I'm pretty sure that's where we're at. We're getting closer. I just don't know what time it'll be on Wednesday, the stream yet. So I would say keep a lookout. I will schedule it sometime Tuesday, and if I know the time before I'm able to schedule it, I'll post it in the live stream channel. As soon as I know Aaron's schedule for next week, I should be able to figure out whether it's going to be a normal time stream or whether it's going to be something earlier. But thank you everybody for hanging out. I know that if you were in the US, this was much earlier than normal. I'm sure everybody in Europe was probably happy to have it not be so late. So hopefully that was a nice little change, but it was a good time. I was a little concerned that I'd be super exhausted, but I had a little coffee and I think that we pulled through. So hope everybody has an awesome rest of their Wednesday. And again, I will update you all when I've got some info for next Wednesday. Thank you for all of the memberships, all the gifted memberships. There was a donation earlier as well. Congratulations to our filament giveaway. I will reach out to you. I'm hoping I'll reach out to you. I'll reach out to you as soon as I can. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.